the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got his man on the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Still running at the 40. Wide open spacing. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so. And A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches to try to keep them away from this guy, because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really... hard to get away from. Maybe read himself. Get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible, because he has wrecked many a games.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. NC State going up tempo. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Snapped it in the shotgun. Intercepted, and the defense is set him up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
Quick strike complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That's a good example of why location on throws is so important. It's 3rd down, and if the quarterback just puts that in a better spot, his player can catch it and advance it and maybe get the first, but because he killed his receiver's momentum because of the poor throw, the defense was able to rally and make a stop.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Hauls it in. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Torgerson.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. Quickly complete. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Second down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
The QB did a great job hanging in the pocket, showing Greg toughness. But I will tell you this, that offensive coordinator ain't happy. He doesn't want to see those hits continue to pile up on his QB.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. To the air on first down. Right on the money. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David? Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Cincinnati pulled out a win today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Bearcat players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. NC State quick to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of of the gun to give to the back. Makes it past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And to throw it before he wanted. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Shoved out of bounds. After a big game, they'll mark it at the plus 42. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Handoff from the gun. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do.
Touchdown, Greenway! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. Smashes ahead. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Greenway with plenty of options here on second and short. He wants to change this route. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder.
Touchdown, Greenway! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
28, NC State, 14.
Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away.
Number 15 in punt formation to kick it away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Here's the handoff. Finds a crease at the 20. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Tulane using that big run to generate momentum. A first down run in the red zone. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he's...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. And nothing in college football is easy. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a... They lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. NC State going up tempo. He'll throw on third down. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's Schmidt. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Secures it at the 30. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They go to the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. Turning it on. past the 30. He's at the and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
14.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Bought a little time, lets it go. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to go up top on first down. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
He'll bring it out. It's Hurley. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Handoff to the fullback. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll test the right side. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pre-firing. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Number 24 in the end zone.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 15, here comes the return. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times...
And the ball's free in the backfield. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. To the air, it's Rivero. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
At the 45 on its way. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Tulane looking for the 4th down conversion here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Torgerson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. One more play to pad the stats. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from him.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,